Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. This one is going to be against Flayme, another random person offline. So as you can see, I am using the same team that I've been using the past few videos. We're going to go ahead and take a look at what they are using. Alright, so looks to be a pretty strong team, pretty well balanced. Definitely have some sand tech on there, so what do I want to lead with here is the question. Not sure actually. Yeah, this is kind of a tough one. I think I'm actually going to go ahead with the Hitmon Bruce Lee. Let's see how that works out. So there she is, and looks like she's going to lead with the Poltegeist. So, don't know how I feel about that actually, because I do have the dark move for this thing, and I believe I should outspeed it. So, although I can't use my Normal Gem Fake Out Unburden combo, but I think I'm just going to go for a go for the Throat Chop, I should say. Try and nail this thing. So he's going to go for the switch wisely. She is, and going to bring in the Hippowdon. So going to go ahead and get that sand stream to create the sandstorm on the battlefield. And going to take the Throat Chop and not going to do too much of anything to this thing. And then I am going to take some damage from the sand there, so I really can't stay in here, so gonna have to switch, and not sure what I want to switch into. I think we'll just go for the Drifblim, good old Joey Fontaine, hoping that she goes for a ground attack here. But she might just set the Stealth Rock, but we'll see what happens. So there it is, and just going to go for the Stealth Rock. But that is actually fine also, because I am carrying Defog, so I can just get rid of those right away if I so choose. But I'm going to take that sand damage. And I think probably just going to defog those rocks away right away. Seems like the smart play, so I'm just going to do that. So she's going to go for the switch here and come in with the Gastrodon here. So going to defog, get rid of those rocks. That is good. I'm going to cut the evasion of this thing for what it's worth, which is not much, but getting rid of the rocks is definitely what I needed. So I could stay in and attack this thing. It probably doesn't have too much for me, but I don't really know how much damage I can even do to this thing. So, but you know what? I think I'm just gonna go for a Shadow Ball here and see how much it does. So I do outspeed, and gonna nail this thing with the Shadow Ball, and it will only do about a quarter, so that's not much. And she's go for a Yawn, so that's not good. So that is going to put me to sleep next turn if I don't switch out this turn. I do take more sand damage, so I don't want to go to sleep. That would be bad. So I'm going to switch, and I think we're going to switch into the Seismitoad, the Hypnotoad here, since I do have the water immunity if she chooses to go for that. So we're going to bring that Hypnotoad in, and she is going to Earth Power. So predicted the switch there, and that is going to do actually a pretty sizable amount, about a third HP off me there. That's going to be it for the Sandstorm, which is nice, and then I am going to regain some health with the Leftovers. So this thing is going to be carrying Storm Drain more than likely. Can't risk a water attack. I could just Drain Punch, try and get some HP back from whatever comes in here. So I think that is probably not going to stay in here. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is just Drain Punch. And hopefully she doesn't go into the Poltegeist. So we'll see what she wants to do. I mean, she could stay in an Earth Power that did do a decent amount of damage, but I would probably win that since I do have more reliable recovery. So yeah, she's going to think better of it and switch out here, and going to go into the Gyarados, unfortunately. So I was kind of thinking that would be potential as well. So no Intimidate, though, so that's going to show Moxie. So that's definitely not good. And the Drain Punch not going to do much of anything to this thing since it is resisted. Do get a little HP back from the Drain Punch and then a little more from the leftovers, but I really can't do anything to this thing, unfortunately, so that's going to force a switch, and that is going to allow her to set up here, which she probably will do. So I don't really have any great switch-ins, so I think I'm just going to go with the back into the Drifblim, actually. So, alright, so there's the Drifblim, and yep, sure enough, she is going to Dragon Dance to get that +1 attack and speed, so trying to definitely set up here for some big damage. So, who knows what this thing is going to be carrying, but I think I might actually get one shot depending on what she is carrying. So I think to try and save myself, I'm going to have to go for a Dynamax here and then go for a Max Lightning. So I think that's what I'm going to do to hopefully try and knock this thing down. But she's actually going to go for the Dynamax as well, so I was kind of anticipating that too, since that is what they like to do a lot. So there's the Dynamax Gyarados. And then, of course, I'm going to go for the Dynamax of my own. And that is going to be the Dynamax Drifblim. So we're going to see how this plays out here. I am max HP, so I'm hoping I should be able to sustain any attacks. You go for the Max Geyser. And I can survive that, which is nice. That's going to leave me at about a quarter HP. And then it's going to set the rain. It's also going to pop my Citrus Berry, which won't matter because I can't take two of those regardless. But I'm going to hit the Max Lightning. And unfortunately, it looks like she's going to have the Resistance Berry for that. So that sucks. So that's going to take her down a little below half, which is not bad. But actually probably would have knocked that thing out if not for the berry, so that does suck. Yeah, not good. So I think I'm actually, to try and burn turns with this thing, just going to max guard here because I know I can't sustain another attack from this thing. So just going to max guard to hopefully try and burn some turns. Going for the max Airstream and not going to hit me there. She does have one more turn of Dynamax, so I could try to... I mean, there's not really much of a point in stalling out any further, I don't think, because this is going to be the last turn for Dynamax regardless, so just going to go for the Lightning, and I know I can't outspeed this thing or survive another attack from it, so that Max Airstream is definitely going to take me out. Also give this thing a speed boost, which sucks. And that is going to drop me down to 5 Pokemon, I believe. And then also the Moxie is going to activate. So definitely a pretty rough spot for me here. But I do still have a couple of answers to this thing. And I think the one that I'm going to have to go with is the Focus Sash Alolan Ninetales to try and take care of this thing. So there it is, and gonna get that snow warning to get rid of the rain, replace it with the hail, and of course that is it for the Dynamax there. So I should be able to survive. Well, I will be able to survive thanks to my Focus Sash, and hopefully knock this thing out with a Moonblast. I am max special attack, so gonna hit me with the Waterfall. Hopefully I don't flinch. Knocks me down to my Focus Sash. Survive, and I flinch. So that sucks. Wow, does that suck. That sucks a lot. Well, there you have it, folks. Okay. Jeez. Now what do I do? Yikes. That really sucks. Alrighty. I could try to save this to reset the hail. I don't know if it's worth it. I'm running out of time here. I think it kind of is, actually. So I think I'm just gonna hope she goes for another water attack and come back in with the Seismitoad, actually. So maybe that'll burn another turn if she goes, and she does go for the Waterfall, so that's nice. So Water Absorb gonna actually heal me back up to full there, and then it's gonna take some more hail damage. So stalling this thing out a little more, trying not to get swept by this thing, which is gonna be a challenge in and of itself at this point. That's it for the electric terrain. Not that it matters. What I really need to do is just get Hitmonlee in safely, which means something is going to have to be sacrificed one way or the other. Based on the remaining Pokemon here, I think the sacrifice might just have to be the Colossal, and hopefully goes for an attack that makes contact that will inflict some Rocky Helmet damage. So I guess that's really my best course of action right now. Not really any great decisions to be made right now. Just kind of trying to survive this thing. So there's the Colossal, and go for a Bounce. So actually that is pretty good for me. Because I am max physical defense, that Bounce might actually not even take me out. And then residual Rocky Helmet damage and hail damage piling up on this thing should actually maybe get rid of that. Plus, if I can get an attack off, I don't want to risk missing a Stone Edge. That would be horrible. You know, maybe I should just try to set my own Stealth Rock up, since the residual Rocky Helmet damage and whatnot should actually, if I survive, take this thing down. So, you know what? We're just going to do that. So there's the Bounce, and she misses. So that actually... wow, that actually sucks, because, yeah, her landing the Bounce would have actually been really good for me, because then the Rocky Helmet damage would have taken this thing out in combination with the hail damage. So now she gets a chance to switch her attacks. So she does have a third attacking move that I don't know about. So that actually sucks. I've never been more disappointed to see my opponent miss an attack. So the third move is probably Earthquake, unfortunately, so that's just going to obliterate me. But I don't really want to play this switch-out game anymore. I can't afford to, so yep, there's the Earthquake. I don't have anything to switch in on an Earthquake anyway, so that sucks. That's going to take out the Colossal, and that's going to drop me down to 4 Pokemon and trip the Moxie again. And the Hail's going to be over this turn, so I guess... at this point, I don't know if a Fake Out's going to be enough to take this thing out from that range. I mean, I could just try to set the Hail back up with Ninetales. I think that's what I'm going to do, actually. Because I need that residual chip damage from the Hail to ensure that this thing's going to go down. So there's Snow Warning to set that Hail up once again. And... I'm just gonna Aurora Veil. Not gonna like it's gonna resolve, but yeah, there's gonna be the Earthquake, and that is definitely gonna finish me off from that range. So that is going to knock me down to 3 Pokemon there. So Gyarados, this Gyarados set is just brutal. Really just doing a number on my team. But even after I take this thing out, it's because at this range the Fake Out should definitely finish this thing off. But it's still going to be a pretty rocky rest of the match at this point with half my team gone. So gonna just go for the Fake Out. And she really doesn't have any reason to switch out here. So I can't imagine she will. Oh, but she actually does. Wow, that's a surprise. So gonna switch into the Hippowdon. So that is a surprise actually. I was not expecting that. And the Sandstream's gonna overwrite my Hail. So that sucks also. And I'm going to get to go for that. Yeah, I don't know why she would because I guess she was just assuming that hard that I was going to be a normal gem Fake Out set. I don't know, but I guess since my Unburden's already activated, no reason not to just try to hit this thing with a close combat, although I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, it is enough. Oh, that's cool. I guess she must have been more of a specially defensive set. So yeah, so that's going to knock this thing out. So that's good. That'll drop her down to 5 Pokemon. I take more sand damage. So I guess really my only realistic hope at this point is that Hitmonlee is going to put some work in here as it has in the past, but she does have quite a few answers to it, so I don't know how far I'm going to get actually trying to punch a hole in her team with Hitmonlee. Probably not nearly as far as she got with the Gyarados on me, but yeah, here comes the Excadrill, which is probably going to be Sand Rush if I had to guess, although I don't know. But if it's not Sand, actually, if it is Sand Rush, I think it's a Speed tie actually with the Unburden activated. But I can't really risk a switch or try to switch here, so I just kind of have to go for the close combat and hope for the best. And it is going to be Sand Rush, it looks like, and it is going to be Earthquake, which is just going to blow me away. So that sucks. So that's going to knock me down to just 2 Pokemon. So pretty rough situation here. I'm going to come in with the Seismitoad. So I guess at this point, just going to go for... guess just gonna go for a Liquidation. I guess I could go for an Earthquake also. Just go for the Earthquake, screw it. And if she switches to the Gyarados, it might just die to the Stealth Rock anyway. So, gonna switch to the Gastrodon actually, okay. So I'm really glad that I Earthquake now instead of the alternative. So there's gonna be the Earthquake. Yeah, the Liquidation would have been real bad. So the Earthquake's going to knock this thing into the red, actually. So that's good. And then another Earthquake will definitely take this thing out. I believe I outsped it last time. And looks like we're running out of time. So that sucks also. So yeah, this has been a rough match, folks. Not going to lie. But we'll just play the rest of it out and see where it goes. But no, she's going to just play the switching game, I guess. And switch in the Gyarados here, which is just going to go ahead and faint to the Stealth Rocks. So that is going to knock her down to 4 Pokemon, and I'm going to Earthquake nothing. That's going to be it for the Sandstorm. I mean, at this point, she might very well just timer stall me, but we'll see what happens. So there's the Excadrill again. I don't know why she switched it out then, if that's the case. Because I'm just going to keep going for the Earthquake. No reason not to. She's going to Rapid Spin to get rid of my Stealth Rock. That's interesting. And also increase her speed. So, okay. I'm going to hit this thing with an Earthquake in return. And that's just going to knock it right out. So that's cool. Kind of confused as to why she did that, but okay. I guess she just really wanted my Stealth Rocks off the field. So that the Arcanine wouldn't take chip damage, although at this point in the game with time running out, it doesn't really matter. But in any event, I'm going to go ahead and switch in the Poltegeist, which probably is carrying a grass move. So I'm just going to try to switch to Goodra here. Actually, based on what she has left versus what I have left, I actually might have a fighting chance. I'm just going to go for a Shell Smash, though. I guess I should have seen that coming. So, but Goodra is max special defense Assault Vest, so that should be fine, actually. So I think I'm just going to Draco Meteor. There's only 1 minute left in the battle, which sucks. I should go for another Shell Smash here, and that is, I don't know why she's doing that. That doesn't make sense to me, but okay. I'm going to get to +4 on every stat, and I'm going to Draco Meteor, and I don't miss, thankfully. That's nice. So that should definitely blow this thing away. Oh, but it does have Focus Sash, so that's why. So there you go. That's question answered there. I'm going to get that special attack decrease. Probably only going to have one more turn left in the game. We're going to see it +4 stored power. That's bad. That's going to one-shot me. That sucks. So that's going to drop me down to just one Pokemon. And my last Pokemon is the Seismitoad. So yeah, I'm definitely just going to get... If time hadn't run out right here, I would definitely... just get one shot by this thing. So yeah, so that's going to be the game, although technically it never finished, but you know, practically doesn't matter. So just click liquidation, it doesn't matter, and that's going to be the match. So technically in the record books we're going to lose that one 3-1 to Flayme. That was a highly competitive match though. Definitely a rough one for me. Definitely behind the 8 ball pretty much the entire game. I think my team just didn't really match up very well against her team on paper, and that game was definitely a struggle, but still a good game. So thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.